What's up, everybody? My name is Melissa Renee.
Oh, and I'm Evita Nicole.
And this is Drake's in Discussion with DreamBella. And this is episode 26. And what's the name of this episode? This is The Mean Girl. I like
You
the
see
Mean
how
Girl.
she be putting me on spot, y'all? She's looking, what's the name of this episode? We'll come up with a name at the end.
No, I like The Mean Girl. You came up with The Mean Girl. I feel like it just flows better. You can drink The Mean Girl and don't have to be mean. But maybe with that cognac in it, it might bring the mean girl out of you.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. It could bring the mean girl out of you.
So this is a simple drink. It's just cognac, champagne, and raspberry liquor.
And it is good, honey.
It's really good.
It's real good.
You'll want to chill your champagne first before you mix it up. And it's mostly champagne. But it's really good. It's really good. It will go with today's show. Because people don't seem to know the difference between being mean and candid.
Girl, let's get into the tea.
Yes,
Because you seem like you got something on your mind. So let me tell you.
You know, I've grown up for a long time hearing people call me mean. And I have mean moments. Everyone has bad days. Granted, everybody.
Yes.
But I feel like because I'm honest, candid about situations if asked or if not asked. I don't want you looking like a fool, I'm going to tell you.
Unwarranted advice.
I just speak up. I say something. I might ask a question and everybody else is looking like, why you ask that? And it's like, well, y'all was
Tamika tried to bring me out about my side tooth today.
What she say about your side tooth?
She intentionally tried to make me laugh so she could see my missing side tooth on the side of my mouth.
What you think is cute, Tamika?
Just so she could see it, so she could be looking. I ain't ashamed. I'm gonna get my dental work done. Don't y'all worry about that shit. But let's move on. Go on ahead.
Well, Tamika, some would say that was being mean. But you was just being honest about what you like to see. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? There is a difference. I'm not malicious to anybody. I'm really not. And I think people take my reservedness, because I am reserved.
Oh, you got the resting bitch face.
And the fact that I'm serious. I'm the oldest of a single mom, so I'm serious, you know? Mm-hmm. And they take it as me being mean or stuck up, I guess. I don't know.
Is that why they think you're mean? Because you are reserved? I don't think that. No,
I think
it's
so.
reserved people
it's like,
seem mean.
you know, like I like to get to know people and stuff, but I chill when I first meet people. I sit back, I observe. That's the Scorpio in me. That's what I do. I don't quickly engage. So people, because they don't know how to read me, and then with the resting bitch face, I don't know.
So, how does that make you feel with people saying you're mean?
She about to inyonla me right now.
I'm not about to inyonla you. Because I'm going to tell you what I am called sometimes.
How does it make me feel?
It
does make me look at, like, was there certain things I could have did differently then?
So
I really don't care.
So does it make you feel? It don't make you feel like you don't feel like I hurt somebody's feelings or.
Nope.
So you don't. Okay. See now let's get to the root. Now that may make you mean to some people. I'm not saying to me, but that may make people feel like that's where the meanness come in when you say things, but you don't necessarily care how that person take it. Like if you take it like, oh, okay, girl.
I will apologize if I say something to somebody that makes them feel indifferent, in any type of way. I'm not saying I'm not apologetic. I will apologize if you tell me.
If you apologize, but do you care?
I do care about people's feelings. So I absorb people's feelings. Okay. What do you call that when you
empath?
I am an empath. So I do work off of people emotions. That's why I sit at a distance before I get to know people, because I'm trying to gauge what you got going on. Because if you got some negative shit going on, I just can't. Because
Well, let me ask you a question because you remind me of the producer. And the producer, he's very candid and blunt and direct and just say how he feels. But the producer doesn't necessarily take the candidness the same. Like, it don't go both ways. Somebody can't just be as candid and direct and is blunt with him about things where he don't be like, what you trying to say?
I can take whatever I can dish.
You can take whatever you can dish.
I can.
So, with that being said, if you are
I'm open to criticism.
If you honest,
I'm not perfect. I might not like what you're saying, but I'm not gonna like shut people down and just.
So, if you're honest, if you're open to receive for people to tell you whatever they need to tell you, then I can't necessarily say that you are mean because you're open, you honest.
And I admit when I had mean moments. If y'all was like, Vita, now that was just mean, I'd be like,
but the root of when something is really mean is the intent. That's the root of it. The intentions. When you are saying it, is it coming from a bad place?
I think when I'm mean, it's not really with the intent to hurt anybody. It's probably a selfish moment.
What do you mean?
It could be the intent that, like if someone's doing, it makes me feel better just to say
get it off your chest.
To just hold it in.
So you're the mean when it says y'all better stop letting them people what it say? How that mean go? Like y'all better stop killing yourself and cuss them people the fuck out and go to bed and be at peace.
Because if you don't, it's like I hold stuff in and you get an eye twitch and shit when you hold shit in. Damn, lip be twitching up under my eye be twitching. I can't feel like I'm about to stroke out.
So it's not that it's for bad intentions, but you feel like it's like, okay, so I get what you're saying. You're saying like if it's sitting in a position where you feel like, well, I just gotta say this shit and I gotta get this off. I gotta voice how I feel and put it out.
And let me say this: if I do that, that means I care about you. Well, if I don't say anything, I don't care.
You ain't had care about that guy when you cussed him out in the room and told him we didn't want him to leave.
That was...
And you ain't care about Lucius who tried to holler at me.
I don't even remember that guy.
In Frankie's fun part when we was like 16, 17, you was like, she don't want to talk to you. She don't like you. You ain't cute. She trying to talk to her. That was not caring.
It was mean. But he wasn't taking the hints. So some people just have to be told things that they may not want to hear.
I don't think
I'm going to give the Donald Trump answer.
I don't think you're mean. However, I would say this coming from from a sensitive person. I feel like I used to be. I'm not sensitive no more. I say used to be sensitive. I ain't say I ain't sensitive no more. But when I used to be sensitive, I used to be a sensitive person. And yeah, blunt people are always sensitive. My husband is sensitive. But I used to be a real sensitive person because my mama was like, they used to sing the song to my mama like, who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf. Because she'll cuss your ass out without a twitch of an eye. And you'll be in there like, she told me today.
Speaking of which, not to, railroad anybody. But Miss Barbara, you was mean. You ain't come pick me up from work because Judge Judy was on. You'll tell me to walk.
My mama is.
Oh, you wouldn't take me because Judge Judy was on. You just be like, you could walk. My Judge Judy on.
I remember when my mama first met you and she was mean. You had came to my house like, who are you? I don't like that little girl. She grown. I don't like grown little girl. And really, Vita, you ain't even really said anything. Mama mean to everybody. But that's what I grew up with. So I was extra sensitive because my mama would be like, like she told me today recently, she was like, you were so indecisive. I tell you, go pick out a piece of candy, Melissa, and it take you forever to pick out the candy. But she ain't realizing, like, when you grow up with a parent who's always like,
what you made the bad decision.
What you doing? Hurry up. Like, my mama had zero patience. So when you dealing with a parent who has no patience, you become like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? You just be like, you know what I'm saying? I remember one time my mama
had too much patience.
My mama
didn't
did.
Here like, damn it,
my mama didn't have enough. And then she'll be mad when she did stuff like if she reached over the grass or nothing like that. Don't be acting like I be beating your ass and abusing you in public. But I be like, I used to do stuff like that. It wasn't that she abused me, but it's like I just don't know what
Were you
like,
being dramatic, Melissa?
No. It was like you don't know. Like you know, have you met somebody in your life you don't know how they like?
I worked with someone like
am
that.
Am I saying a good or bad? Like what is it today?
I worked with a manager like that. She was my manager, and the assistant manager, I will always hear her complain like, "You just fucking never know, Avita. You fucking never know." And it's like, when I became the assistant, I was like, I see what she was talking about.
Yeah,
you just never know what you're gonna get. Like a fucking box of chocolate.
I just was like on edge because you just ain't know what was the right move or the wrong move, what she was gonna fuss at. So me being a sensitive person and I was raised like that, it did two things. It helped me be able to deal with people who are very blunt and candid and straightforward. But it also made me understand why some people may look at people like who are very direct, blunt, and candid and look at them like they're mean. Because what tends to happen is it's kind of your own insecurities and your own feelings. Like my mama might not necessarily have been mean, but it was the fact that she really didn't have no filter and she wasn't like, like I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna try to say this in the best way where you can get the message but it doesn't hurt your feelings.
She didn't talk to you.
And she tried to,
I saw an interview that Tyler Perry recently did, and he talked about how he talks to his son. Well, he described an incident where he almost broke down because his son was acting up or whatever with the nanny. Wish I had a damn nanny. But anyway, was acting up with the nanny, and he intervened to say this is not how you supposed to act. We taught you better than this type thing. And he was like, he got choked up because he thought about how many times somebody just never talked to him like a person, just actually had a conversation with him.
Well, our parents ain't raised like that. Like, cause it was, back in their time and our grandparents' time, it was like children were seen and not heard. Yeah. So it was never. Do as I say. Yeah, do as I say, not as
I do.
As I do, and you didn't talk back. You didn't question anything. That's just what it was, whether it was wrong, right, or indifferent. So with that being said, but going back to the situation, like with how people feel like you're mean, I just think that it's a lot of times it has to do with people in themselves, because you don't have to, like, even let's take Tamika. Like, I'll do a great example with this Tamika situation when we was talking about the side, right? Listen, I don't care. I'm good enough with myself that I know my flaws and I can own it and I can laugh about it. It's not a big deal. Y'all see my black ass be laughing on here. Don't act like y'all be looking at my goddamn mouth. But anyways, let's use her for example. So when she put up the little meme about, wanting to see people laugh purposely to see their side tooth. I posted something. Now, it was other people who post who was like, I do it too. And other people post who ain't got no side tooth issues, okay? So I wrote in there and I was like, well, and that's why we laugh like this. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, but bitch, you got them one of them country yell back laughs. So I be seeing yours sometimes. Cause you be like, you know what I'm saying? And I be knowing, and sometimes I be wanting to laugh like this. I'm like, bitch, I'm in the laugh. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna see all this fucking missing toothness in this motherfucker.
Missing tooth.
I don't give a fuck. But you know, when I wrote that, I was like,
calling from Melissa Mississippi.
when she wrote this, see now look, see what she said, and that brings me to that exact point.
Laugh about it.
The point is that a lot of times people like, let's say, we had this whole laugh about it, and I was like, that's why when I get my teeth fixed, because I'm going to be acting brand new on y'all hoes. And she was like, you better, like, on and on. But what happens is, I think it's more so about the perception of other people. Because, like, if somebody else would have came in there and was like, oh, she clowning you, oh, she playing you, and was writing that shit in the comments, or even people who read them comments might have even looked at that to say, like, oh, she playing that girl, and that girl looks stupid, she laughing, and she playing her. And a lot of times, that sometimes is the issue, and that sometimes is the problem.
And that sometimes what the person, like, it could have been you on the other end, like, is she trying to play me? Instead of other people looking at it that way. And that's how some people look at it, like, you trying to be funny. You throwing shade on the low. And it's like, I mean, yeah, you're being funny. It's a difference between laughing with me and laughing at me type
But
thing.
even further than that, it's like, well, it's true. It's true. And it's funny. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it comes down to. But what it really comes down to, even if they say, oh, you trying to play me, it's more so of, if other people came in these comments and they read this shit look like you trying to play me. So when people look at people who are candid and direct and honest as being mean, it has more so to do with how other people on the outside are perceiving it or looking at it and seeing what's going on, and nobody wants to feel played. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody was to come and be like, oh, Tamika played your ass, she was doing this, that, and the third, talking about you, and that would be for me to kind of get in my feelings, and now I feel some type of way. But see, I'm past that stage. So even if somebody came to me and said that shit, I'd be like, well, bitch, how she playing me? The shit is true, and the shit was funny.
Stuff
so
like
what's the
that,
fuck? What's
I
the problem?
feel like they have their own underlying issue.
Yeah, you're insecure. So if I would have really got upset about it, the underlying issue would be like, I do have an insecurity that,
I'm talking about even the perception of other people, because some people say stuff just to...
Yeah, I mean, well, that person... that
amp it up.
And even so, they're saying it because they feel like if that was me, I would take it that way. I would take it personal. So why you ain't taking personal? Because I feel like that person played you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, good segue. It's like going into the situation about Remy Ma and Meg Thee Stallion, right? So it's this whole thing now, people trying to amp up and say Remy Ma was tried to throw shade at Megan Thee Stallion. So the situation was she's on the show with Joe Budden and two other people. They do State of the Culture on Revolt, right? And it was something that came up, and Meg Thee Stallion was doing an interview with someone, and the person was like, hey, bitch, and kept calling her bitch in the interview. And then when she was coming on, she was like, that's calling her a scallywag. Right?
Who was calling her that?
Some interviewer, right? Whatever the interviewer is. So they talked about that on Joe Butt on the State of the Culture show on Revolt. And they were talking about it, and Remy gave her response. And she was like, and all Remy said was, well, she said, if you read the definition of a scallywag, she was like, she would fit the definition. And I will go and I will look it up so I can read it verbatim about what a scally.
So one of the other
No, they just basically, it was a clip from a interview that she did that was out there on the internet that people was talking about, because the girl was, calling her a bitch in the interview, but she wasn't saying it like, fuck you, bitch. She was just saying like, bitch, okay, bitch. And then she didn't say scallywag in a bad way. She was like, oh yes, we got Scallywag, Meg in the building, you know, like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess her fans and other people was listening to that like, oh, that's disrespectful. Like, how you in here doing the most? And that's when Remy Ma gave her opinion. She was like, well, if you read the definition of a scallywag, a person who behaves badly but in an amusingly mischievous rather than harmful way. Mm-hmm. So that's what she said. And she was like, so technically, she would be like a scallywag. Now, just because we took the definition of a scallywag and changed it and made it be something more than what it was, doesn't mean that, you know, that's what it is.
Right.
And so that's all what Remy Ma was saying. Like, she wasn't calling her a scallywag. She was just like, well, I mean, if we look at it a certain way, technically she called her a scallywag. She wasn't insulting her, because if you read the definition of a scallywag, it's a person who behaves badly but in an amusingly mischievous way. So meaning like, you bad, but it's in a not, you know, like what she talking about, hot girl summer. I'ma fuck your man. I'ma make the nigga pay me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a, you know, entertaining way. Mm-hmm. So from that, people was like, oh, Remy trying to diss Meg. She trying to play Megan. She trying to do this with Megan. And I'm like, no, she's not. But she's just being honest. Mm-hmm. She's just saying, well, if we technically read the definition, that is what she is. You know what I'm saying?
Feel insulted
so maybe I never heard anything of Megan speaking on the situation with Remy, and I never heard her speak on the situation with the interview, and that's the point. And that's how, like, people get fucked up, though. That's why I say how people get fucked up and how people easily be able to be like, somebody is mean, because it's all on the perception. It's always the perception of other people. She got mad, like, if she got upset by that, Meg will only be upset after hearing other people talk about it and looking back at the interview. Because while you was in there, she was calling you a bitch. While you was in there, she called you a scallywag, and you kept with the interview. You didn't feel any type of way. You know what I'm saying? So that means you didn't feel insulted, and by no means did you feel like this woman insulted you. Mm-hmm. So
I think the outside perception of people have a lot to do with certain things. You know, it's just, what are you trying to say about me? You know, type thing.
Like,
but,
people.
You know, it is what it is.
I've had witnessed the producer, which is AKA, if y'all haven't put that together, that's my husband. But I have seen my husband speak to people. I've been there, and I've seen him speak to people and be very honest and candid about things, and speak to people like, yo, like, I'm just being real with you, like, this is that, and people be like, okay, yeah, and, you know, it be like, whatever, leave, and then next thing you know, in the next couple of days, it's like, oh, I don't like that nigga, I don't fuck with that nigga, and it's like, nigga, like, you just was sitting here and you was fine with it. You know what I'm saying? So what happened? You went and told somebody y'all conversation, and that person was like, damn, I ain't like that. That sounds like this, that, and the third. And then it made you look back at it and feel some type of way. That's why I say a lot of times when people take things a certain way from people, it has more to do with the outside perception than it has to do with them. Now, does it speak on them? Yeah, because it speaks that you are in a place
just
of
don't like to
insecurity.
hear what they already know. And it could be like you said, their insecurity. But it just, you know, some people don't take criticism.
Bitch, I don't be mad because, listen, even with this missing side tooth, baby, and these fat, and, you know, all this fat, bitch, I'm still cute. Fuck you. I already know that bitch.
That's why this bitch can't get no Brazilian butt left or anything.
Bitch, I'm still cute. Bitch, I'm still cute than that bitch with all her fucking teeth, bitch. I guarantee you, bitch. Because guess what? I can do... bitch.
I can't even. Inside joke.
I can do that, bitch.
But no, I wanted to talk about that because, you know, a lot of people don't, you know, want to accept the reality of things. The truth hurts. It does. But then there's a difference from saying, you know, the truth. Like, I don't feel like with guys in the past, yes, I have been very blunt and very mean. I have. Because they weren't just getting it. And men don't give a fuck when they want to be mean.
They don't.
So,
fuck your bald-headed ass bitch. I'll try to make your day with your dusty ass, dirty ass feet, bitch, on the bottom.
I would just be,
Ain't nobody
you know why I
thing.
became very candid with guys?
Why?
Because when I used to try to be nice, no, thank you, no, thank you, and they all, come on, girl, no, thank you, no, you just stuck up. That's your problem. And then I gotta be like, no, nigga, I don't want to talk to your ugly ass. You ugly. You ain't cute. Now get out of my damn face. I will talk to your friend, but not you.
You dusty. You ain't cute. You're ugly.
You ain't got shit going for yourself. You know, that's why. Because they would just not, you just had to be open with it.
Well, I'm the opposite. I'm not that candid. And it's so surprising. No, it's surprising because I have been compared to Tammy off of the Tammy Roman, which I don't see nothing wrong with that.
You know, let me tell you why people...
Kudos.
Let me tell you why they compare you to Tammy.
Why?
Tell them about the subject. Because it's for the reason that when you are very nice and you're very outgoing and ha hee hee, and as soon as somebody say some dumb shit or do some dumb shit,
very nice,
you become real. And then you say, well, no, because blah, 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 and blah, blah. Well, you know what? Then you do that. Don't make me a part of it, bitch. And you hold your purse like an old lady.
I wish I had a cigarette so I could.
Cause them bitches are stupid, and let me tell you why this is stupid. And you go down, you go from A to Z, and then
that may be a little too much.
It
for
be
people.
too much.
Okay, so let me
explain.
Because
everybody done felt like they done got red in the room.
Okay, well let me explain something. Then I'll explain it. So if you think I'm going from A to Z, I'm not. I'm not going from A to Z. I am trying my hardest to be very nice. And I probably have seen some red flags, and I probably been wanting to say something to you, but it was never probably the time or the place. And, or somebody would be like, well, don't say nothing because you know how that person is. And I probably was like, okay, I allow people enough rope to hang themselves. Now, once you get to that point and you like this, now I'm like, it's okay, enough is enough. And I have to create boundaries.
And can you admit that sometimes, well, because when you hold it in and finally let it out, it's very rare when the person is alone without audience.
When I finally let it out, I would say this. I would say in the past.
You don't intend for it to have an audience.
I would say in the past, I have not been the best of expressing myself without putting it in a situation where situation is heightened. Now, as for the future, because I try to do that. Like with the situation with the young lady who was on the show a long time ago, I tried to speak privately about the situation by inboxing her without going on social media and writing a post or turning up in front of everybody while we at a certain place. I try to have a conversation because I do realize, because it's not intentional. When I say what I say, it's not intentional. A lot of times it's the situation where, as Erykah Badu said, she's like, don't let this fool you because these incense can turn into Colt 45 real fucking quick. And that's the kind of same thing. And maybe that's the Pisces in us because Erykah Badu is the Pisces too. So maybe that's the Pisces in us. Like, we fun fun, we nice, we lovable. And I think people, because I be seeing little memes about Pisces, about, oh, we cry when, we real sensitive.
Honest.
But in reality with Pisces, I'm going to tell you, in reality with Pisces, we can be the meanest.
Yes, y'all are.
We can be the meanest motherfuckers you ever put your fucking eyes on.
I love my sister-in-law, but she the same way. I'm just all smiles, and y'all are so outgoing and welcoming.
We can
and
be the lovingest
and
person.
y'all are so nice.
And we can be
sweet.
And
my sister-in-law, she's so sweet, and that smile just melts your heart. But I done heard her stories, and I see it in her.
And we can be
piss her off.
We can be the meanest motherfuckers you ever see. So tread lightly. Don't ever think that
but then
because
I
we Pisces that we just nice. No. That's why people be shocked with Erica Badu when they be on her tweets and they be tweeting her stupid shit. And then when she cut up on their ass, they be like, Erica, like, that's Pisces. That's how we are. Like, we are nice. We are sweet. Do not let them means fool you. No, bitch. We do not go in corners and cry. You know what I'm saying? We do not think you can just hug us and make shit better. Like, no. I would say this about Pisces straight up. Are we loving? Are we nice? You know what I'm saying? Do we like to give people the benefit of the doubt? Yes, we do. But I would say when you cross a Pisces, once you cross us, a lot of times there is no crossing back over. That shit is a
that's
a
y'all
wrap.
Are done.
That's
and
see,
that's when I say I'm nice.
It's
I'm
a
nice.
wrap.
I may not give people the benefit of the doubt, but I give you second chances. I give people chances.
God forgives. I don't.
I give people chances. I'm nice.
Well, we do. I give people chances, but the difference is I give people chances up front. Meaning, like, I let certain things go. I try to give you the benefit of the doubt. I ain't gonna lie, it's the saying they say, we'll give you enough rope to hang yourself. Like, okay, here you go. Okay, here you go. And then it's like, okay, now you ran Pisces will let you run the fuck out for the purpose of digging in that motherfucking ass and letting you know, like, see now, bitch, we did it. I let you do that. Remember that shit you did? Remember that? I let that shit go. Remember this? I let that shit go, right? Remember this? That's why I believe. Didn't you put up that post? You talk about Pisces to me, like how they apologize. Where I'm sorry that you made me cuss your ass out because your motherfucking ass.
You do give people too many chances.
We do. We may give too many chances at that, but I feel like that's not being mean, and people need to know what being mean is. Mean comes all down to the basis of your intentions. Like, if you are really intending, when you say things and you do things and the way you move is for the intentions of hurting you and causing some type of harm or anything like that, that's mean. It's not mean if somebody says something that you don't like. That's not mean. You might not like it, but it doesn't mean that it's mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I want to sit here and have a fucking missing side tooth with all these fucking memes on here and people put me in the category with Scrappy, Duchess, Caesar, who else? Like, no, Mama D. No, I do not. But the shit funny and it's true. And you know what?
I remember a teacher in elementary school had a missing side too, but I would just stare.
Bitch, why are we still on this?
Because you brought it up. You brought up the tooth.
Bitch,
I sit on this side. I forget about your damn tooth.
And you know what? And I started to be like, let me tell y'all, let me sit on this side because, you know, this is my good side. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't. I try to care, but I don't. And then I think about it and be like, a motherfucker, if I sit here, I ain't got time for motherfuckers seeing me in public. Be like, girl, did her tooth look like it was missing when she was on the show? Bitch, that bitch ain't got no side tooth over here when I saw her in person.
Try half them bitches ain't even been to the dentist. And see, that be the shit I say.
So I don't You know what I'm saying? I don't be giving a fuck. But yeah, that's why people probably think you mean. Now, to the motherfuckers who think who are being honest are mean, I'm going to tell y'all are doing yourself a disservice. Because if you think walking around holding in the truth, like you got to understand, like I told her, you still just as bad because you fake.
That would be being fake.
And you are being fake because you know damn, that's like you seeing me, you know damn well I ain't got no fucking side tooth. And that's like, you know, Tamika making the joke and you coming in there like, girl, stop, Tamika. I didn't even know, girl, I couldn't even tell. Bitch, you a goddamn motherfucking lie, bitch. You seen that shit. You seen when I laughed. Bitch, you seen that over there. You was like, ooh, you did that shit, bitch. You did. So the whole point is, stop being fake. The shit funny, laugh too. Ha, 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 bitch. I'm not going to be mad because I'm not that type of person. First of all, I know how to laugh at myself, especially when it's the fucking truth.
I've always known that.
I don't take shit personal. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, a bitch knows she gonna flex on that anyways and she gonna get them veneers. So I'm not worried about that shit. As long as the shit don't look like
boy smile.
As long as it don't look like Jeezy, I'm good. No offense, Jeezy. I'm just saying, bitch. That shit just look fake. It look like you got dentures. And I can't be out here like looking like that. But the whole point is, at the end of the day, what's important that I learn is, bitch, I have edges. And a lot of you hoes don't have that. So I'll take this.
See? She be ready for the comeback. But no.
So
let's stress the truth. Just be truthful with people. But do it in a manner. The first time I realized, I'm going to say,
that you was mean,
that I said something mean,
mean?
I did not realize, I didn't take into account how that person felt. I didn't take into account what they may have been going through.
Mm-hmm.
I was a kid. I was in middle school. And I said to a girl, you know how we all met each other in the morning before we went inside.
Oh,
and,
I know what you're talking
and
about.
there was one particular day.
I know.
That I said to her, I was like, oh, you must have woke up late because you didn't get a chance to iron your clothes. I mean, they were beyond wrinkled. Like, I don't ever iron, y'all. I throw shit in the dryer and hope for the best.
How about when I a little boy when we went to that birthday party?
You was just putting your foot in your mouth. That was just.
But I wasn't trying to be.
That's like saying, how many months are you? And the person's like, I ain't pregnant.
But that's the same thing you did. You didn't think she was going through what she was going through.
I didn't know what she was going through. I didn't know.
Rush.
I didn't know how. I didn't know she held that either. Like, she held that, and when she got into an altercation with someone else in the group, I got called in, and it was like, why am I in here? I didn't even do anything. And it was like, I started the whole bad day experience. Well, I added to the bad day experience. And the principal was like, did you say to her, like, did you just wake up because you didn't iron your clothes or wash your face because you had a little stuff on her face? And he was like, that was mean. Even if you noticed that, Avita, you should have pulled her to the side.
But still, yeah.
Now,
wait a minute now. Now, maybe she had some issues going on. But for you to still have the court, like, you could have, wipe that up a little bit. I'm just
I recognize that, and I was like, I have to chill on my honesty. Because I caused.
Well, I say turmoil. For people who are very candid.
That was mean of me. I can say that was mean.
Yeah, you have.
I had a mean girl moment, and my intent was not to hurt her feelings.
But your intent was to crack a joke.
Not really. It was kind of, I guess, but laughing with you. Like, if you showed up like that, and I'm like, well, bitch, what? Like you tell me what's going on.
I had a mustache on the live. That had hurt my feelings. That you told me that I look like I have a mustache.
But it did.
Bitch, I have a mustache. No. It don't look like it. I do.
No, it was your lipstick. It wasn't your mustache.
It was wearing off. I saw that shit too. It
wasn't about your real mustache. It was about the lipstick. Like, do you not see the lipstick, bitch? Why you on the line? Like, wipe it off with a baby wipe or something.
It was wearing off. I had to smear it
I
a little
was
bit.
not trying, and I had a couple drinks when I.
Bitch, you give any excuse to be mean. The bitch is mean. You know what? I agree. Bitch, you are mean. You don't have no fucking filter, and you feel like you can say what the fuck you want to say when the fuck you want to say.
But maybe that's why some people always looked at me with the side eye, like I'll punch that bitch in her mouth. I know a lot of people didn't like me, but I didn't care because I'm really nice.
Like I've met people who like mean. Like I've met
I'm
real
not
mean people.
I'm nice.
Okay, so what's what would be a mean girl versus someone who's just a girl who's just honest and
some of these bitches on them reality shows who just be trying to be mean. And just, you know, like when they see a girl, they look at her like, ugh. You know, like.
Eveline.
Yeah. Like how they treat OG. Like just calling her ugly and stuff like that's just mean. Like,
so if y'all
when she got on the show, they were looking at her like, she's not the best looking. Like,
but I ain't gonna lie, Tammy
said
that too, but she apologized. She did say, she's like, I ain't gonna lie now. I saw you at first. I was like, I don't, you know. She's a little rough on the eyes. But I don't think, honestly, with if y'all don't know, OG is from the Basketball Wives. If y'all don't watch the Basketball Wives, it's a reality TV show that is produced and stars Shawnee O'Neal, who is the ex-wife of Shaquille O'Neal, the retired professional basketball player. She has a show that has basically wives and affiliates and associates and adjacent to basketball wives. They might not necessarily be basketball wives. They might
not even be wives.
They might not be wives.
Fucking a nigga.
They just like Evelyn. Evelyn is like, bitch, your baby daddy is a baseball player, but girl, okay. She just need to change it to sports.
Ocho Cinco was a football player.
Yeah, she need to change that shit to sports wives.
She might have fucked.
But that's why a show that is good. I ain't trying to hate on you, Sean. But Wags, reality show.
I don't even watch TV like.
But
that
it's
anymore.
Wags. And they put all
I look
of
at
it together.
clips online.
It's Wags. It means wives of athletes. It's initials, but basically they try to. It's
an acronym for something.
Yeah, it is. They basically tried to sum it all up because they didn't want to make the same mistake Shawnee made. They was like, bitch, we just do, we do all the sports. Like all the sports.
Wives and
girlfriends of professional athletes.
Okay.
So
that's original.
They just put it all together just so they could get all of the gist of it. But anyways, so you have OG. Y'all could go look her up. It's just OG. You will find her. She played football. Women's football. And to some people she might not be easy on the eye. I don't think she's ugly like people claim her to be. I just think that it's certain things that don't compliment her like some other stuff do. Like I've seen her wear things as far as her hair and her makeup, and I think she's cute. You know what I'm saying? I'll look at her.
And sometimes her hair isn't the best. Yeah. And that's when it comes into when they just keep your big fat pork chop lip closed. Like when is a good time to tell someone like that hairstyle is just not cute, or you shouldn't put that on? Because it's one thing, we all have wardrobe or makeup malfunctions.
Yeah,
you put something on and you're like, ugh, I don't like this, but I'm gonna deal with it. But then you got some people who keep putting the shit on, and it's like, I feel like your friends aren't your friends because they're not telling you that your wig is horrible. Or, don't wear that type of, or you're not blending your makeup. Hell, I done looked at some pictures like, damn, bitch, you ain't blending your makeup right. You know what I'm saying? So I try to work on it and get better at it. But it's like,
and y'all don't mind calling, like, y'all, these people be have, like, with Tiny, y'all just feel like y'all could just call anybody ugly. Like, these ain't people girlfriends, wives, fiance,
I like
mamas.
when Tip be cussing them out, talking
like,
about,
y'all just don't have no couth or no anything. But I was trying to find a picture, but There are pictures of OG where I feel like she looks really cute, really stunning. And it's because of the way her makeup, her hair was done. Like, like anybody
Ain't nobody saying she gotta wear makeup either.
No,
but
I'm
it's
not
like
saying,
everything was.
And even when you say that, with when I think OG is her most radiant, is when her makeup is very natural, like very subdued. I
can't even pull
very
this
natural. Like I feel like when she does the most, I feel like that's when I be like, nah, OG, you doing too. Like you don't like some people feature, some people the way some people look, you don't have to do a lot. A little goes a long way, and it
especially when you have.
Yeah, when you have pronounced features. Like I don't think OG looks bad here. You know what I'm saying? But like there. Like she looks nice. Like I don't think she looks bad. Like she looked like your average cute black girl. But the whole point is they kept calling her ugly. Well, I ain't gonna say they as much as Eveline. I ain't gonna call her Eveline because that's mean.
That is being mean.
That's being mean. So I'm not gonna call her Eveline. But she called OG Toji because her toe be hanging out her shoe, which it do. Now I ain't gonna lie.
OG do got a little Whoopi Goldberg going on, and people always call Whoopi ugly. It was an insult for somebody to be like, "Ooh, you looking like Celie from the Color
Purple." Ain't it? That's me. You know what? On behalf of everyone in the black community, Whoopi Goldberg, I'm gonna apologize because
people used to do that.
People call you ugly and insult you. And
it goes with colorism. Because let me tell you, it's some light-skinned girls with OG's exact features. But no one just runs around here clowning them constantly on a consistent basis.
I don't know, because they be clowning Tiny.
That's just because she with T.I. And they just always feel like she can do better. Kind of like even with Denzel, they looking at him like that's his wife,
Honestly,
type thing.
OG and Denzel wife, they look like they could be
people
related.
Look at and
but OG
it's
is not,
women.
I think OG
we women
is
we hypocritical about that too. I ain't gonna
African.
say all of us, but some of us are, because we'll sit there and look at this famous person, this athlete or whatever, and say, "Oh, you done crossed up. You had to go get this ambiguous looking girl."
But
or the white girl, as soon as they get like the average girl, then it's like, "Ooh, he could do better than that."
You right. You are absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
You right.
We do that. Please.
Because look at they came at the way they came at Omar Hardwick wife. They used to call her ugly. Oh. They call that girl ugly and everything.
It ain't had nothing to do with her being white. It's just the fact that you just feel like
you
got a roundaway girl. You got an average girl.
Okay, and here's my thing.
But as soon as Kendrick Lamar get a light skinned girl, y'all talk shit about him.
But if he got a me, y'all be around here. That bitch ain't even got a side tooth. See, y'all some hating ass bitches. That's why I don't fuck with y'all hoes. Because y'all be hating. And, you don't want to see a nigga do great. You want to hate because it ain't you. That's what it is. That's what you want to do. But to kind of go into the OG Evelyn situation, I explained the basketball wives situation. So, I guess, I'm not going to lie. If you watch the show, OG can be a little messy. And I
feel like it's a defense mechanism.
I do.
Because she knows some of those girls. I seen the look they gave her when she first came on the show. They kind of...
And to her defense, like Kirsten came at her first. Because Kirsten was talking about the way OG looked. Mm-hmm. Now, did OG have to go as far as to talk about Kirsten and the baby daddy and all that kind of stuff? No, she didn't. But it's like what Charlamagne says. You can't say things to people and then try to tell to try to control what their reaction is going to be. No, because they couldn't control what you said.
Yeah, when you say something negative,
you
have
said
to be
something
ready for
negative. So if you're going to put something negative out there, then you need to expect negativity back. And you can't say, oh, well, that's going below the belt. No, bitch, it was like, you can't walk up to me and throw a rock. Boop. And it hit me, and I'm like, oh, shit. And I pick up a brick, and I hit you with that shit and be like, oh, wait a minute, though. You threw a brick. I just threw a rock. Bitch.
Okay.
You hit me. Like, that's the gist of it. Don't matter what the fuck I do.
Did you see that video of that boy who got shot robbing a Dollar General?
No.
And the sister was like, I mean, I know he was robbing them, but they ain't had to shoot him.
What they robbed him with a piece of paper?
The employee shot him.
So what he robbed him with a piece of paper?
I don't know what he was robbing him with, but he got shot.
But if you come in me and poking some shit, talking about hold up, stick him up, bitch. I don't give a fuck. It's a thing. I don't know that shit a finger. All I see is some shit you making it look like it's a gun. So yes, bitch, I'm gonna shoot your fucking brother. It's like my life. He
was robbing the stove. Oh well, that's what. Yeah, she was serious too. Sorry, you lost your brother.
So at the end of the day, so they was calling. Well, Evelyn was calling OG names. She was really mad at the Ocho Cinco situation. Which, Evelyn, explain to me why you upset that OG is talking to your ex,
did talk to
your ex-husband, cause he ain't your husband no more. So why do you care? Like, my whole thing is, even when she was taking that too, you could have been like, if she was bringing that, Chad likes it, you could have been like, okay, bitch, that ain't my nigga.
Chad likes a lot of things.
Ain't it? Like, I don't give that ain't none of my business what that nigga like. Bitch, I'm talking about to you, bitch. I'm talking to you and about you. But I will say that I feel like Mean Girls is with the intentions of trying to be malicious and mean. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm trying not to be mean, but I do feel, Evelyn, that you are mean and malicious with your intent when you talk about these girls. I do. I also feel like you try to play the victim a lot. I feel like it's always everybody else.
She could cry at the drop of
I feel like it's all, and you know what? I don't even feel like her tears are disingenuous. I feel that they're genuine. Because when you sit in a position, because you're sensitive. Like, when something ain't going your way, I can believe she's genuine with the tears. Because
that's like somebody who got caught doing some shit.
Yeah.
A nigga who was cheating got caught.
Yeah.
He might cry like, oh, baby, I'm sorry. You know, she just crying because she,
feel bad.
I got called.
Yeah.
I'm getting called out for what I did wrong.
And I don't like to get called out, and it's hurting my feelings. Yeah. But I do feel in the situation with Evelyn, I do feel you are a mean girl. And I feel like you are a mean girl because your intentions, like, for one, you never build a rapport with OG. It would be one thing if you went out your way to try to build some type of bond and relationship with OG. Even when you call her Toji was funny now. But my thing is, if you hadn't built that rapport and you're not close with her like that, you can't really start making up nicknames and jokes and be like, I'm just joking. And I hate when people do shit like that. I'm just joking with you. Bitch, we not on that level for you to just joke. No. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't
basically saying nobody can't walk up be like, with that missing tooth, and you gonna be like,
yes, exactly. You can't just come up to me just because I'm laughing talking about my missing side tooth, and because she talk about it, and because you see Tamika talk about it, does not give you the authority to feel like if we ever come in a situation with each other that you could just be like, girl, yeah, because that too. No, but you don't know me like that, bitch. You don't know me like that. You have not interact with me like that. Mm-hmm. That doesn't put you in a position to feel like it's okay to crack jokes on me in that intent. Because now, and only reason I say that is because I don't know you yet. So I don't know how you joke. I don't know if your intentions is to be malicious and shady, or if your intentions is you just trying to be funny and jovial. I don't know that. So I have to get to know you first to know where you lie and where you sit. So no, you can't just joke at me and be like, hey, side tooth. No, bitch. You can't just joke at OG and be like, hey, told you. If you're not cool with somebody like that. And you know you ain't cool with that girl like that.
It's so like white people trying to say nigga.
Yeah. Hey, nigga. Oh, no. It's like when them white bitches be talking about, hey, girlfriend. I hate that shit.
I know you know.
I hate that fucking girlfriend. Girl. Hey, girlfriend. Bitch. We not that. You don't know me like that to be calling me girlfriend. First of all, black women don't even talk like that. We don't even be. We call each other bitch or sis. Hey, sis. Or we be like bitch. Chick. Bitch, we don't even say no girlfriend. Who's that? I don't think we ever said girlfriend.
Okay, girlfriend.
We would just say that to them when they be asking like, oh, who's that? We be like, oh, this is my girlfriend. Y'all get on my nerves, white people. But anyways, back to the OG. Like Evelyn,
but no,
would be
Evelyn,
mean girl.
you know, and I would say she would be a mean girl. I can't remember what season it was. Where wasn't she the one who decided to do the makeover for somebody? And it was like, who was that? Her and somebody else. Wasn't it? Or was it just her? Who was like, we should do such and such a makeover because they felt like she just, anytime they went somewhere or like when they went to the winery, was that the show? And
it was, and she kept talking about how the girl dressed homely. But see, that's that mean girl shit Evelyn do, because my thing is, first of all, bitch, who are you to tell somebody how to dress and if it's look good? Like, bitch, you are just Evelyn. You're not the fashion goddess. You don't sit in a position to tell somebody how they should dress and what they should. That I'm pretty sure, since that girl just had a baby, she dressed where it made her feel comfortable because she just had a baby. So she still had baby fat. She still had all of those things. She didn't feel comfortable dressing like that. And you didn't even respect that. And that's what makes Evelyn a mean girl, because everything she do is for surface value. It's never anything deep. Like, you didn't get a chance to talk. Like, if you was concerned about how she wore, why didn't you talk to her about it? Like, hey, girl, like, what's going on? How you feeling? Like, you done had a child. Maybe you could have helped her or talked to her about that. But you've been too busy talking about how the way she dressed, which she did the same shit when she met Tammy. She talked about how Tammy dressed. You see her wig. You see what she wear. You know, she talked about how the way Tammy walked. Like, everything Evelyn does, it is not with... My thing is, if you ain't joke with that person about that shit first and you saying that shit behind her back, that shit is ill intent. That shit is malicious. That is not with the intent that you have good intentions with that. So I just find it funny that she could sit here and feel like a victim about stuff.
She feel like a victim about everything.
But Evelyn, if y'all haven't watched, go watch the Basketball Wife. That's a mean girl. That's a girl who says shit, and she is not. At no time does she think about what she says, how it affects people, how it makes people feel. She does not care, because she sits in a position where she thinks she's Latina. She's light skinned. She got some wavy hair. She thinks she cute.
And she already done talked to Iyanla years ago.
I feel like that, and it was nothing real about that.
No.
I feel like her publicist, her managers, whoever, told her, listen, this is how we're going to get out this situation, because it's a business. We're going to go on this Iyanla show. She went on the Iyanla show. She tried to flip the narrative. She was successful at flipping it and getting people off of that. She even made it into a show. The show didn't last, so then she came back to Basketball Wives. Had her show did well, I don't give a fuck, Shiny. You can say what the fuck you want to say. Had Evelyn's show did well and prospered, she wouldn't have came back to that fucking show. Not even if you asked her, she wouldn't have came to that show. She would have been on that, oh, I'm being positive, and, you know, I don't need that energy in my life. That's what she would have been on. But the show didn't work out. And my thing is, how you go from saying that you centered and all of this stuff, but as soon as you get on the show, you go right back to the same way you was. Running up on people, throwing drinks at people, doing the same shit you did before, which makes me feel like there was no genuineness in the first place in that situation anyways. And I feel like Tammy got a bad rap because Tammy saw through it.
Mm-hmm.
And even though she didn't have no proof, like now, people kind of shaded Tammy because Tammy saw through that shit, and she knew
and they
what
felt
it
like
was.
Tammy was just going
being a
too
bully.
far.
Yeah, she was just being a bully, being
you're
mean
being
to
a
Evelyn.
bully because things not going your way. You being, I guess they felt like, because it could be perceived like, oh, she just mad because she's not on, I guess, Shawnee's better side.
Yeah. And
Shawnee, you a mean girl.
Shawnee is a mean girl. You're a user. Because I feel like when Evelyn was out of the picture, it was Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Evelyn came back in the picture, it was Evelyn. And I feel like if you genuinely are close with both of those girls, and if you was as close with Tammy as you made it seem when you had Tammy on the show, you know, when Evelyn wasn't there and y'all doing the shit with Malaysia and Brandy, I feel like you would have been very instrumental in making sure that Tammy felt good and got those two on at least a page where they could have been cordial and been around each other. You know what I'm saying? Like when Tammy broke down and cried to Jackie and was like, you know, like I've always tried with these girls and I feel like they always like nothing is never good enough. Like I seen Shawnee tweet talking, oh really? You know what I'm saying? Well, I thought like the tweet she made, it seemed more defensive. But I'm like, if you genuinely felt like that was your friend, like you could have went on that same show and was like, yo, like the last thing I want you to do is feel this way.
Right.
You're my friend. Right. I want to make sure you good. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel like I'm choosing Evelyn over you, like I really apologize, and you would have made the effort to make sure your friend knew you wasn't choosing one side over the other. But you didn't give a fuck because you ain't really friends with Tammy. Yeah. I really feel like you ain't really friends with Evelyn, but I feel like you getting it.
High schoolish. That shit is
very high schoolish.
I don't.
She has very high schoolish. That's why my
circle's small. It could be people just don't like me though. I don't care.
I think people don't like me either. But that's the difference that's the difference of a mean girl. Somebody who is honest is not a mean girl. Somebody who does things, and somebody can be honest and be malicious. You know what I'm saying? That's when people bring shit up at a time like, bitch, you had all this time to tell me the truth. Like that's for instance, like something happened and I'm like, you know, it seemed happen. Like, let's say we all friends, we hanging together. You know, let's say Tika smell like fish. And she be having a fishy smell. And that's like everybody laughing, and then here you got Leah. And everybody laughing at Leah like, Leah, bitch, you know you like them all. That's why them niggas always be in jail. Bitch, you always be picking them old jailbird ass nigga. And let's say Tika over there like, whoo, kick, yeah. And then Leah over there like, you laughing hard, bitch, but nobody don't say shit about your fishy ass pussy.
You being mean.
That's malicious. That's mean. Because if you really want to let her know about her fishy smell, you would have been pulled Leah aside and say, Leah, you smell like.
That is a hard conversation to have.
Well, bitch, please tell me if I smell like fish.
Bitch, I will.
Don't be sitting there talking about it's a hard conversation. Be like, bitch.
That is a hard conversation. That I worked with somebody and they did. And
smell like fish?
Yes. It was for one day. It caught me off guard. Like
you think she probably just finished having sex and came in to work?
I don't know, because somebody else was like, why you didn't tell your friend she need to go get checked? That ain't normal. And I'm like, look, you can't tell everybody certain things because people don't know how to handle it. You know, they take stuff the wrong way. I've witnessed it. I've pulled people to the side.
But did you smell her too?
Yes, I smelled her.
So she did smell like fish.
Yes, I didn't.
Now, why didn't the candid person come out of you at that moment to tell her, bitch, you smelling fishy? Why
I just wanted to do my job and go home.
Why? Because you knew the girl was going to cut the fuck up and act fool?
No, it's just certain people you can't say things to. I didn't know her that well enough.
Oh,
There's a difference between you speaking to somebody and kind of cutting up a little bit at work and then saying, hey, come here, let me talk to you. Like, smell a little fishy.
Maybe you could say it like this. Let me come here for a minute.
I think your chemical
Everybody's,
imbalance is off.
It's a lot of talk. People are talking.
Because some people
at you saying that you smell fishy. Now, hey, wait, because you know
Who?
as soon as she said, wait.
Who?
Now listen.
So who else said it?
Listen. I'm not gonna lie. I smelt it a little bit too. I want you to go. I want to come in when I smelt it. I want to come straight to you. I want you to go ahead and
Have you ever had the fish talk with anyone?
Myself. Bitch, you
No, that's different. That's different.
You need to wash.
We women, we've been through school. You've been to college. You've stayed with people. Have you ever had? I know somebody. I don't know the statistics, but I'm sure with all the women you were around, no one ever had a fish moment. Even if it was just a girl who sat behind you in class and y'all may have shared notes. Nobody.
In high school, though, I wouldn't have done it because I wouldn't have known how to say.
Yeah. I smelled it from more than one girl in high school. I just didn't.
But that's like what Dan Boosie say that. Them girls don't know how to clean themselves. That's why they smell like that.
I didn't know what to say. But like college. Workforce. Never.
I've walked in a room where it smelled like somebody just finished fucking. And I don't smell too good. But I mean, really, there's a room after you finish fucking supposed to smell good.
Nobody really should know. I mean,
it smells like but does it? Butt, dick, and ass.
It should be a little sweaty.
Oh, pussy, pussy, dick, and ass.
It could smell a little sweaty and
it's gonna happen.
But it should not be like a bad seafood market.
No, it just smelled like pussy, dick, and ass. It smelled like pussy, some musket balls.
Well, I did smell someone, and I didn't know what to say to her. I felt like, I felt like I was out of high school. I was working, but I felt like if I could smell her, she smelled herself. Hell, if another person mentioned it,
she might do smell herself, but she might not know what to do, and she just hoping nobody else don't. That's like when you musking, you ain't got no deodorant. You're like, God damn, the motherfucking musky. Damn.
I keep deodorant in my car.
But why? You kept deodorant in your car because one day you didn't have deodorant by you in your book bag or whatever, and you was musking. You had to walk around like this all day. Y'all remember we used to do the...
No.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all remember us as females used to do the drop the pencil test?
What's the drop the pencil test?
In school.
And
You smelled something, you was like, let me drop my pencil. And you dropped the pencil and you went down, you was like,
you trying to smell your armpits?
You trying to smell your pussy, make sure it ain't you.
No.
And you was like, oh, bitch, that ain't me. Bitch, that ain't me, honey. And then you was like, well, you knew you was safe. Like, bitch, my pussy don't stink. And then you be like, well, who pussy stink? You ain't do the drop the pencil or the paper test, and you go, and you try to just kind of, you whoop the air like, is that me?
No, I never did that.
Melissa, some of y'all bitches might need to do that.
That's why I used to compare Melissa to that little movie with the white chick, say Superstar, who used to do this and smell her. Because only you would be doing some shit.
It's a lot of people who do that shit. If you watching this, I want you to comment below if you've done the pussy smell test where you was in high school and you dropped something just to go down, or you was standing up and you dropped something just to bend down and be like, make sure it ain't me, just to check yourself. Because like you say, you the first person to smell yourself. So if you smell fish, you gotta make sure it ain't you. Like, I can't be my head like, somebody stink, and then it's you. Because you know motherfuckers would love to do that shit. Somebody stink, and then you the bitch that stink. So you gotta make sure it ain't you first. So when you say somebody stink,
pencil
you
test.
drop. Okay, let me show you. It's the drop the pencil test. You drop the pencil. You get bent down.
And you flare it up.
You flare it up in case you like. If you bend down and you don't smell it, then you might need to flare it up so you can, All right, girl. I think our hour up, child.
Our hour is up with that one, child. She ended the hour with the pussy smelling test.
Okay, you drop the pencil and you pick it up. Bitch, you know what? I
But you
ain't got
gotta
time.
fan the air while you
If you don't smell it at first. Because maybe you ain't smelling it, so you need to fan it to see if it's you. Bitch, I ain't got time. This is the second episode. This bitch done played me. She played me on the last one.
I did not.
She played me on the last episode with the fucking gay, with the prostitute. Now she trying to play me with the drop
But
the
listen,
pencil.
you know, guys, it's just after a couple drinks, sometimes people say things.
I'm being honest.
Did you eat your raspberry?
I damn sure did.
Changing the subject.
Okay, anyways, you know what? We gonna click off of this one. Thank y'all for joining us for Mean Girls episode 26. Make sure, y'all check us out. Check the rest of them out. Go download the app or something. Nobody grind. Or go to app.
I knew she was gonna do it.
Or go to.
That's why I moved my phone.
Go to www.drinksandiscussions.com to watch all of our past and latest episodes.
She's the best.